So the trailer for Fallout Season 2 is dropped, and I'm already cringing in despair over the absolute dumpster fire this franchise has become. Now the Fallout TV show is pretty. It encapsulates the look of the world of Fallout and the people who live in it. The costume designs and sets are all on point, and on a surface level, you could say that it's the poster child for what any adaptation should look like. But that's all it is, surface level. Beyond that, the Fallout show has no grasp of the lore, characters, or the meaningful writing that made Fallout great. And there is no better example of this than the character of Mr. House, who seems to be the focal point of the upcoming season. However, we don't need to wait around to see the creators fuck up this character, because they already did back in Season 1.
It's a fun idea. There's a lot of earning potential with the end of the world.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
So having Mr. House not only be aware of Vault-Tec's conspiracy to end the world, but also having him be entertained by the idea, completely goes against his character and breaks the lore of New Vegas. But for you to really get an understanding of my point, we're gonna have to unpack Mr. House as a character. So Robert House is essentially the Tony Stark of the Fallout world.
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
In his early 20s, House established Robco Industries, which shortly after became one of the most profitable companies in the world, making him a billionaire. Though his prowess as a businessman would not end there, as he would absorb many other companies including the Lucky 38 Casino, making him a major figure in Las Vegas. So when he wasn't spending time leading his many corporations or sleeping with starlets, House ran mathematical algorithms in an effort to predict future events. And by 2065, his projections had led him to the conclusion that the world would be destroyed by nuclear warfare within the next 15 years. Armed with his knowledge of the nukes, House devoted his time to making preparations to ensure the city of Las Vegas would survive.
On the day of the Great War, 77 atomic warheads targeted Las Vegas and its surrounding areas. My networked mainframes were able to predict and force transmit disarm code subsets to 59 warheads, neutralizing them before impact. Laser cannons mounted on the roof of the Lucky 38 destroyed another 9 warheads. The rest got through, though none hit the city itself. A suboptimal performance, admittedly. If only the platinum chip had arrived a day sooner.
House took equally drastic measures to ensure his own survival as well, placing his physical body in a life support system, connecting his brain directly to a supercomputer that could help him observe and relay massive amounts of information. This plan, however, mostly relied on the platinum chip, a device that contained an OS upgrade for both his Securitron army and the Vegas laser defense system. But due to a miscalculation, the chip's delivery was late by a single day, and the world ended before House could obtain his key to saving Vegas completely. This downgraded software also led to complications with his life support system, causing shutdowns that left him in a coma for decades. In essence, House's failure to get the platinum chip is the only thing that stops him from obtaining true power in the Mojave Wasteland. However, the Fallout show would have us believe that Mr. House was in on the plan to destroy the world. But it doesn't really make any sense considering the events leading up to the Great War. After all, how could House miscalculate the end of the world on October 23rd, 2077, when he would know the exact time Vault-Tec was going to drop the bomb? Failing to acquire the platinum chip almost killed him and nearly destroyed the city he wanted to protect. That's a huge mistake for a genius character, and it makes him look more like a thumb-sucking idiot than anything else. I mean, could he not have planned around this very specific and important event? Or at least had Vault-Tec push the bomb drop back a single day so the platinum chip could arrive on time? After all, Mr. House's entire fucking plan relies on this one item. Now I'm sure that there are many people out there that will try to fit this round peg into a square hole, but it won't change that this is a retcon, plain and simple, and one that strips away any notion of House being a genius mastermind. No, he didn't predict the end of the world with his own calculations and intellect. He was straight up told it was going to happen, and even then, he failed to properly follow through on his own dominance over the wasteland, even though he had a clear advantage.
How can you guarantee results?
By dropping the bomb ourselves.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
Not to mention that the original House would never find the end of the world to be an entertaining idea. While yes, he's not a savior and even calls himself an autocrat, House's philosophy makes him ready to destroy anyone that gets in the way of progress. Because that's what he values, progress.
Give me 20 years and I'll reignite the high technology development sectors. 50 years and I'll have people in orbit. 100 years and my colony ships will be heading for the stars to search for planets unpolluted by the wrath and folly of a bygone generation.
There's a lot of earning potential with the end of the world.
Mr. House is someone who very much wants to see humanity move forward. He's not some asshole who's willing to burn the world just for the sake of creating some psychological experiments. Nuclear war takes away everything he created. The companies, the scientific advancements, the money, and the power he already had. Setting civilization back to square one, only to then lead humanity back to the level of prosperity it was already in previously, is not only nonsensical, but it also goes against Mr. House's philosophy. Why would a man who is hell-bent on restoring New Vegas to its pre-war glory participate in its possible annihilation? He states multiple times in New Vegas that he hates the wasteland while simultaneously praising civilization.
You aren't going to ramble on about the virtues of life out in the wastes, are you? It's a desert, you do realize. A radioactive desert where humans subsist in a barbaric state. Difficult to glorify convincingly.
So it's plain to see that the writers don't understand the character of Mr. House. They failed to comprehend his motivations, actions, personality, or beliefs. But it's one that I think highlights my point that this show has no care for the Fallout games. And I haven't even gotten into the complete disregard for the NCR, or the overhyped stupidity of the Brotherhood of Steel. All of the lore so far has been spit on and kicked in the face so many times it's almost unrecognizable. And it's only going to get worse from here. And this wouldn't be such a problem if the show was not in the same continuity as the games. But geniuses like Todd Howard have avidly confirmed that it is. And if you're wondering why anyone would think it's a good idea to canonize endings to open-ended RPGs like the Fallout games, then you're as stumped as I am. But so far we know the endings to Fallout 3, 4, and soon enough, New Vegas. Yep, it doesn't matter if you crafted your own endings for these games, it just didn't happen. Whatever your ideas were for the Mojave Wasteland, it's about to be paved over by a highway of fucking shit. And I know that this video essentially boils down to me saying, well actually this didn't happen in the original material, like I'm some kind of book nerd. But unfortunately, unlike fans of the Song of Ice and Fire or Harry Potter, the Fallout fans can't just run back to their source material and enjoy it in peace. We have to sit here and watch the very foundation of the world we fell in love with go up in a mushroom cloud of sheer ignorance. And if you think I'm alone in my complaints, then just ask Chris Avalon what he thinks of the lore of this show. Now I can see why so many people have been fooled into drinking this snake oil. Like I said before, it looks good, and it has so many references and bad gags stuffed inside of it that it would make an MCU fan blush. But what it doesn't have is heart. It doesn't have the feeling that the writers really know the content they're trying to adapt. They just know what's eye-catching. It's the same situation with Disney Star Wars. They knew how to play on the basic nostalgia, but they never really understood what it was all about. It's a corporation cutout, like a fucking AI trying to imitate the Mona Lisa. At best, the Fallout show is a bad imitation. And at worst, it's a malignant tumor sucking on the lifeblood of a beloved franchise. Which makes me sad because I genuinely want this show to be great. Fallout New Vegas was the first video game I ever really fell in love with. I got obsessed with the characters, the world, the story, and the endless choices you could make. I read every journal entry, every wiki page, and watched endless videos on how the game was created. It's really a beautiful piece of art, and I still consider it the best video game of all time. So to see its legacy be dug up by creatively bankrupt hacks who just want to use it as an undead meat puppet in order to tell an incoherent story makes me mad. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this will be the best season of television the world has ever seen. I mean, it won't be because of all the shit I already mentioned about the character assassinations and the fucked up world building.
There's a lot of earning potential.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
But only time will tell. And in the meantime, I will be plotting in my ivory tower, waiting for Fallout to return. Hey, if you liked my video, then hit that goddamn like and subscribe button. It's so fucking easy and I know you can do it. And if that's not enough, become a member. But in any case, I will see you on the next one.
Bright moonbeams twinkle on the rippling Rhine River, and my sweetheart waiting by the vine. Love dreams remind me I left my heart behind me.